Mercedes faced significant challenges with the W14, beginning the season burdened by the unsuccessful zero sidepod design concept carried over from the previous year. However, there is newfound optimism as they embark on a fresh opportunity to close the gap with Red Bull. Notably, Lewis Hamilton is taking a hands-on approach in overseeing the development of the new car. He has been frequently visiting the team to assess their progress and has set ambitious goals for them. Hamilton's ultimate aspiration is for this car to secure his long-cherished 8th World Championship title. The question now looms, can Mercedes engineer a championship-winning car? Since the conclusion of one of the most captivating and contentious seasons in F1 in 2021, Mercedes has faced challenges in crafting a winning car capable of contending with their rivals at Red Bull. In the subsequent season, Mercedes believed that introducing a completely new distinct design, setting them apart from the rest of the grid, would secure them the title of the fastest and unrivaled team. Unfortunately, their ambitious zero side pod concept suffered a significant and glaring failure. What exacerbated the situation was Mercedes' decision to persist with this concept for the current season, despite vocal objections from Lewis Hamilton. However, a few races into the current season, both Toto Wolff and the Mercedes team recognized and acknowledged their mistake. They took the bold step of developing an entirely new concept. Even with budget constraints in place to adhere to the cost cap, they managed to demonstrate noticeable improvements. Nevertheless, these improvements fell short of equipping them to effectively challenge Red Bull. Lewis Hamilton has consistently been a prominent advocate within the team, expressing the need for change. He was quick to voice his concerns throughout the season, often emphasizing that the existing concept was flawed. He openly admitted to sharing these concerns with the team since the previous year. Hamilton's favored concept leaned towards something more akin to Red Bull's approach. Lewis Hamilton is of the opinion that Mercedes needs to significantly reduce its deficit to Red Bull in the 2024 season, especially as they grapple with the challenges posed by the ground effect regulations. Red Bull has excelled under the 2022 technical rules, whereas Mercedes has only managed one victory since their introduction. Hamilton's winless streak extends back to the 2021 Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Currently, the team finds itself in a fierce battle with Ferrari for the second position in the Constructors' Championship. However, they trail the dominant RB19 by more than double the points, and Max Verstappen's remarkable 400-point tally stands in stark contrast to Mercedes' performance. The W14 has presented difficulties in terms of setup during Grand Prix weekends, leading Hamilton to implore the team to address the knife-edge sensation he experiences. These efforts are essential as Mercedes strives to make significant progress in closing the gap to Red Bull in the 2024 season. In his discussions with the media, Lewis Hamilton conveyed the challenge Mercedes faces in extracting more performance from the car. He stressed the precarious nature of the car's rear end, which constantly teeters on a knife's edge throughout a lap. Hamilton emphasized the significance of bridging the 1-second gap to Red Bull and Max Verstappen in Japanese GP qualifying, highlighting that it's a tangible and substantial difference. Hamilton underscored the team's imperative to make substantial progress, aiming to recoup at least half of the deficit before the next season. He described the Mercedes car as having a highly sensitive and unpredictable nature, akin to trying to balance a knife on its tip. Achieving the ideal balance between oversteer and understeer remains a persistent challenge, and the car seldom finds a harmonious middle ground. This presents a formidable task for the team on a race-by-race basis. As a team, we really need to realize that a 1-second gap in Japanese GP qualifying to Red Bull and Max Verstappen is huge and real. To be 2 years into the ground effect regulations and still be a second down on the Red Bulls is showing we really need to make sure we do the job to get at least half back before next year. We have a very peaky car. It's like that knife edge of trying to balance the knife on its tip, and this is that car. It's impossible. It is never perfectly balanced one way or the other, and it is either massive oversteer or massive understeer. You can never get anything when you try and get it as close as you can to the middle, said Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton has also been assertive in his call for Mercedes to instigate changes following the Japanese Grand Prix. He stressed that the upcoming 6 months needs to be a period of unparalleled development for the team. The reality is that this transformative process is already underway, with crucial architectural elements of the car largely settled upon. These components are pivotal for Mercedes to master. Understandably, Hamilton has experienced some frustration, feeling that some of the feedback he's provided over the past 18 months hasn't been promptly addressed. One notable example is his preference for an advanced cockpit position, which he asserts significantly transforms the car's handling, particularly in the rear end. At Suzuka, he unequivocally stated that the problem is evident and the responsibility lies with Mercedes to implement the necessary adjustments. Hamilton also pointed to McLaren's remarkable progress this year as a testament to what can be accomplished. McLaren underwent a transformation, evolving from a lower-ranking team to becoming the second highest point scorer in the last 7 races. They introduced a floor concept change in Azerbaijan, but it wasn't until the 9th race in Austria that they deployed a substantial upgrade package, significantly enhancing their competitiveness. Subsequently, McLaren continued to build on these improvements, most recently with another upgrade introduced in Singapore. This culminated in a strong 2nd and 3rd place finish, where they comprehensively outperformed Mercedes at Suzuka. McLaren's clear progress in the direction of Red Bull's performance level serves as a model that Hamilton hopes Mercedes will emulate, including adopting McLaren's sidepod approach. Hamilton expressed confidence in Mercedes' capacity to achieve this goal, highlighting the team's ability to implement changes on the car. However, achieving this without causing issues like bouncing and porpoising will be crucial. Hamilton emphasized that the decisions made during this critical period are pivotal for the team's trajectory. Mercedes has a clear direction in mind, aiming to produce a car that excels both aerodynamically and mechanically, ensuring consistent performance across a wide range of ride heights and corner profiles. Success hinges on a comprehensive understanding of the intricate details necessary to make this concept work, a challenge suggested by Mercedes' performance at Suzuka. Christian Horner, head of Red Bull Racing, envisions his Mercedes counterpart Toto Wolff strategizing on how to return his team to the forefront of Formula One. In an interview with Sky Sports News, Horner emphasized the importance of rivalry in sports and expressed his respect for it. He acknowledged that while they haven't seen much of Wolff in recent years, he believes Wolff is actively working on a plan. Red Bull has emerged as the dominant force in Formula One over the past 2 seasons, with Max Verstappen poised to secure his 3rd consecutive Drivers' Championship. Before the rule changes in the previous year, Mercedes had enjoyed an unprecedented 8 consecutive Constructors' Championships. Currently, Mercedes is engaged in a battle with Ferrari for 2nd place in the Constructors' Championship, with both teams trailing significantly behind Red Bull in terms of points. Mercedes has promised significant changes to their 2024 car, and Wolff, who missed the Japan Grand Prix due to knee surgery, expressed optimism about the wind tunnel results in Singapore. Horner recalled Red Bull's earlier period of success from 2010 to 2013, which was halted by Mercedes when the hybrid turbo engine era began 9 years ago. He emphasized the pain of losing and the importance of feeling that pain, as it signifies the team's commitment to their goals. Horner acknowledged that cycles of dominance are inherent in the sport, and while he doesn't know which team will challenge Red Bull next, their focus remains on their own performance and improvement. As Red Bull continues to perform strongly, Verstappen is on the cusp of winning the 2023 championship in Qatar, potentially securing it on a Saturday during the sprint event. Horner emphasized that the timing of the victory doesn't matter as long as they win the championship. He also addressed the possibility of Verstappen setting a new record for F1 title wins, noting that 8 titles are still a significant distance away. Verstappen is proud of his achievements, but remains forward-looking, concentrating on each race as it comes. Horner expressed confidence in Verstappen's motivation to perform well in the remaining 6 races of the year. The upcoming year holds the promise of potentially witnessing a shift in dynamics, with Mercedes seeking to challenge Red Bull's dominance in Formula One. With Lewis Hamilton likely to continue racing for a few more years, given the example of Fernando Alonso, who continues to compete at the age of 42, Hamilton still has ample time to pursue the record-breaking 8th championship title. Whether they can achieve this feat next year remains uncertain, and only time will provide the answer.